Well, hi everybody, Gary Sinclair with you again. Glad you're with me. Most of us have these inspirational moments at work, home, driving on the interstate, in church, maybe at a school board meeting. They get us fired up to accomplish something big and new. And yet so often we just get started, right? And pretty soon we're discouraged, we want to quit. We're planning to give up. We're ready to just trash all of our enthusiasm. Well, there are lots of elements that can cause our little slowdown or big slowdown, our stoppage. But there are 5 things I want to share today that are worth recognizing, preparing for them, and then being able to move beyond that discouragement. They're like these internal mental stop signs that often lead us even to something like road closed. The good news is that none of these 5 have to keep us from the rest of our journey. The road can open back up if we'll just learn to take these 5 on and just refute them as they show up. So here we go. The first C is comparisons. Yeah, we quickly start looking at the competition, listening to the stories of others who, they did something similar, way faster, quicker results or bigger results. And we immediately feel like, a failure. I never measure up to that. We made those others our competition rather than our motivation. We made their skills, their resources, all their ideas have to be ours rather than being proud and content with how we were doing things. See, comparisons that don't motivate us become deterrents that just irritate us. So what do? Well, take inventory of your talents, write down what's going well, admit what can be better, but make you and you alone your competition, not them. In fact, be bold enough to look at others' work and see maybe what you can learn without having to imitate it. The second C is control. Most people with goals, hopes, and dreams can easily become control freaks. We think that when all the pieces aren't coming together just right or in the right amount of time, when people or events or opportunities aren't right there at our fingertips, that we got to fix all that or change everything so the results will be better. In other words, things aren't all within our control. The fix, first accepting that they don't have to be in our control. We're going to be flexible. We can't possibly control everything anyway. Instead, we've got to learn to be adaptable and embrace the challenges. I'll talk a little more about this in number 5. The third C is the can'ts. Things we can't do. Some of our can't thoughts come from others. You can't raise that amount of money. You'll never be able to finish that degree when your kids are around. You can't get a job like that at your age. Or other can'ts come from inside of us. I can't ever understand all these new terms. I can't get through the front door of some of these organizations. I can't keep up with the new technology. The fix? 1, be willing to get help. Lay aside your pride and then start on the one biggest real deficiency you have and get a tutor, a mentor, or at least a book on it. Go on YouTube. That might help. You can't solve every need right away, but you can conquer one at a time. Remember, back to the first one, don't compare yourself with others. Which leads us to number 4, critics. The people who are often part of the can't crowd can be also our critics. They even wonder about our ability to do something, not whether we can do it. They'll still criticize you even about how you're doing it. You really need to call whoever before you just jump in, or that method never really works, etc. The fix? Say thank you. Learn something again. If you can, they might have a good idea. But if they're kind of a hassler, then avoid that person as much as possible, at least during your project. If you keep hearing their voice in your head, you're likely going to quit and go insane. And finally, number 5, of the motivational killers, change. See, most of us have this plan in our heads or on paper that we think is going to get us where we need to go. And it might be a good plan. And yet again, often circumstances change. It could be just because someone may screw things up. We may make a mistake. And some people of influence change their mind, and we can't change theirs. The fix, roll with the changes. Look at them as potentially positive. As I said earlier, we can't control everything, and all change isn't bad either. Sometimes it helps us come up actually with something better. See, the best plan is really knowing about these 5 things that can steal our inspiration and then be kind of ready for them. In fact, you might look at the list and think through which 1 or 2 are most likely to get you. Then do some prep. Realign your thinking. Put some things and people in place to head those things off before they can ever get a foothold. Then get going on your project, your idea, your dream. As Dr. Seuss wisely said, today is your day, your mountain is waiting. So get on your way. I wish you the best. Hang in there. Thanks for listening.